Members of the Council, honoured guests, please be upstanding for the Worshipful, the Mayor of Kirklees, Councillor Cahal Burke.
Afternoon, everybody. You can take your seat. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So, item 1 on the agenda is announcements by the Mayor and Chief Executive. I just have 2 brief announcements. One, you should have received a leaflet on your seats, as you don't have desks today, informing you of some charity fundraising that I'm doing in September. So I'm doing the Great North Run in September. If you're able to support those 2 worthy charities, that would be very much appreciated. The second announcement is just to wish our team best of luck on Sunday in the World Cup final. I'm sure you will all be watching and supporting from home or elsewhere. Item 2, apologies for absence. Are there any apologies for absence? Councillor Sokol.
Mr. Mayor, I got a long list of apologies. So, be patient with me. Apology, Councillor Beverly Addy, Councillor Moses Crow, Councillor Jane Homewood, Councillor Webb Kendrick, Councillor Hannah McCarthy, Councillor Carol Pattison, and Councillor Kathy Scott, Councillor Matthew McLaughlin, Councillor Yarina Amin, Councillor Adam Yaman, Councillor Darren O'Donovan, Councillor Will Simpson, Councillor Martin Dar, the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Graham Turner. He might be coming late, I'm not sure yet. If he's on a holiday, but we will try to get here. If not, so please accept apology. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Sokol. Any other apologies for absence? Councillor Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Apologies from Councillor Lise Hamilton, Councillor David Hall, Councillor Donald Firth, Councillor Richard Smith, Councillor Lisa Holmes, Councillor Melanie Stevens, Councillor Tony McGrant, Councillor Josh Shear. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Taylor. Any other apologies for absence? Councillor Marchington.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have the following apologies from Councillors Alison Munro, Andrew Pinnock and Kath Pinnock.
No other apologies for absence. We move on to item 3, declarations of interest. Members who have any disclosable pecuniary interest which will prevent them from discussing or voting should disclose their interests now. Are there any interests to declare? No. Item 4, appointment of a Chief Executive and paid Head of Service. Councillor Paul Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that Stephen James Mawson be appointed as Kirklees Council's Chief Executive and Head of Paid Service and appointed Electoral Registration Officer and Acting Local Returning Officer for elections with effect from 1st of October 2023.
Thank you, Councillor Davis. Is that seconded? Councillor Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm happy to second and reserve the right. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Taylor. Are there any comments on this matter? Yeah, Councillor Bolt.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Firstly, can I congratulate the Kirklees staff? It's often said that the council is slow to react. When I was looking on the internet yesterday, you get the operational tree starting with the chief exec and coming down, and it hopefully says that Mr. Mawson is currently the chief executive, which is a bit presumptive seeing as we haven't voted on it yet. Interestingly as well that we have an advisor that many of us will have known. So congratulations to the staff on being ahead of the game on that. The report doesn't give us a lot of information on one of the most important decisions that the council is making. So I had a couple of questions which, if they can't be answered today, I would hope that will be answered to all members by a briefing from Mr. Mawson if he's successful. I, and I'm sure many members and the public would want an insight into how Mr. Mawson is going to deal with the current financial situation when he comes into post. We've seen statements from cabinet members, but it would be helpful to have something from the new chief executive. I'd also like to know as well where elected members will be placed in this. We see the strapline of councillors at the heart, and something which has brought that to mind, Mr. Mayor, is a decision notice which at the moment is delegated to officers, and I've had a word with Councillor Ahmed because it comes under his portfolio, something affecting every ward in Kirklees, which are annual charges for residential and electric vehicle permits. This is a total income on one element of nearly £500,000 per year. So I would have hoped, and I've asked Councillor Ahmed, if we can have this as a decision that Cabinet makes and not a decision delegated to officers. We don't know the cost of the electric vehicle permits, but again, this is councillors at the heart. Something affecting every ward, I think, the new chief executive would hope that would be made in public, because, again, according to the brief we've seen, the report says members and officers involved and lists 3 officers, one of whom is no longer with the council, but there's no name of any elected member involved in this process on that point, which I think, again, is an oversight. There should be, even if it's a delegated decision, there should be consulting the cabinet members, and their names and comments should be recorded for us. So if we can't have those answered today, I hope there will be as soon as possible, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bolt. I'm sure your issues that you've raised will be addressed in due course, and you'll have the opportunity to ask those questions again. Are there any other comments? No? Okay, right of reply. No, Councillor Davis. Okay, so we'll go to the vote by a show of hands, please. So all those in favour? I think that's everybody present, so any against? Any abstentions? No? Thank you very much. That concludes item 4 and the agenda. Thank you very much for your attendance this afternoon. It's very much appreciated. When you're leaving the hall as well, could you please leave through the back doors as well. Thank you very much and have a nice weekend.